when we talk about the attacks, of course the personal hurt and the loss of life cannot be measured in any form of how much sorrow and grieving there can be. And the sort of manner in which people were taken away from their families and taken away from their valuable lives is something that is not easily for anyone to forget. We were in other countries before coming here, and we actually met with people who were in Pahalgam on the same day, just a few hours apart, and how terrible their own experience is of having been at that very place where this horrible, horrible attack took place. But I want you to just keep one thing in mind, because one of you had asked, why did we stop when we did stop? Now it's complete hogwash for anyone to say that we called them first. Why would we call them first? Who was at the receiving end by the time that the calls were made? It is more than clear to everybody that the call came from the DGMO of Pakistan. And it came to the DGMO of India. And we stopped. We stopped when they said, let's stop. But for several hours after we had said that we will stop, and we then didn't send any further attacks on them, the shelling across the border and across the line of control continued. For at least 3-4 hours, there were violations of the ceasefire once again when the shelling continued, making it very clear that in Pakistan nobody seems to be in control. Certainly the civilian government doesn't seem to be in control. And there are factions within the army, each vying with each other to become all-powerful. But nevertheless, we showed restraint and we showed patience. And when we are asked, why did we stop, why did we go further? We have to think of one important thing. We are not Pakistan. We are much larger than Pakistan. We have a greater role in the world. We have a greater role in the world. If we had continued to fight, would we have received the warm reception that we received in Indonesia when we met the dignitaries in Indonesia yesterday and today? We got respect not only for our strength, but we got respect for showing the confidence in our strength that we had to do certain things to teach Pakistan a lesson. We did. And then we stopped, because we are not greedy for Pakistan. We are not greedy for their territory. We are not greedy to destroy them. We only want to preserve ourselves, and we want to protect ourselves. Our vision is on our future. We want to be one of the great countries of all times, and we want to lead the world. And in that leadership role, we cannot reduce ourselves to the size and the stature of Pakistan. They are not with us. We don't want a hyphen between India and Pakistan. We don't even want people to talk about India, Pakistan, India, Pakistan. We say that you talk to them and talk about them separately. Talk to us separately. We will express to you and tell you what we are, what we believe in, the beauty of our plural culture. The beauty of how we live together and celebrate life together is something that we want to show. And I tell you, for us and all my colleagues, the greatest takeaway from Indonesia is that from the religious parties of Indonesia, this is the message we heard, and it resonated when they said, this is what we want our country to be, meaning Indonesia to be. And we said that Indonesia and India share this aspiration that we want to live together as plural societies, irrespective of how much a particular religion has in which country. The fact is that ultimately we are patriots, we believe in humanity, we believe in our country, because our country is our mother. Think of us as waiting to be great, India waiting to be great, but nobody distract us, nobody interfere with that passage of ours towards greatness. Is why it's important for us to show our strength. We showed our strength. If there is any sense in Pakistan, they will understand. We only have one demand of Pakistan: give up supporting terrorism, because you have forgotten that Hillary Clinton, when she was Secretary of State in the United States, had said, if you keep snakes in your backyard, be sure that they do not bite you. The snake can bite you as well, not just bite another person. We can take care of snakes that come to our side, but you take care of the snakes that remain with you, because if you get bitten, there is no savior for you. India will survive, but you will not. I want to lastly say that, and I say this because some of my colleagues are not from the ruling party. The ruling party has been very gracious to bring us here. They could have come alone and they could have given this message, but they came with us in order to say that this is a message of the entire Indian political space. This is not the message only of one political party. However, sadly, this is not what we hear from India. Somebody is saying, oh, he's supporting BJP. Somebody is saying, oh, he's supporting Congress, etc. Well, I am proud that we are here together, because we are not supporting each other's parties. We are supporting one simple idea, and that's the idea called India. Thank you.